While I was working on this video, Smartwings did reach out to me and let me know that there was up to a 15% discount running through Black Friday up until December 2nd, so if you're interested, go ahead and check out that in the description down below. When I first moved into this bedroom, I was stoked that there were so many beautiful windows that let in so much natural light. Until that is, I tried to sleep in. Or for that matter, just sleep at all. It turned out there was a street lamp directly outside of this window. The rest of it just lets in a bunch of outdoor light. Being an engineer and also a bit crafty, I tried to block out as much light as possible using off-the-shelf components, just regular window roller shades, and then I created these like side rails that block out light. They're like PVC lined things with foam underneath, and it worked pretty well, but there were some serious downsides. One, I mean, look at that. Like, having them half open, they stick out, they get tucked behind the PVC. They don't look good, they wrinkle. And if it ever gets too high for me to reach, I have to get a stepladder, and just look at the way that this is wrinkling. I have to tuck these back in. It doesn't look great. It takes time. I knew that there must be a better solution, which is why I was really excited when Smartwings reached out and said, hey, we'll send you some to test out, see if it works. And that's what I'm gonna do today. So I got my package of the Smartwing custom smart blinds, which will solve a lot of the issues. Also, they sell dedicated blackout rails, which I'm really excited to test out. And we'll see how their solution compares to my do-it-yourself homemade solution that worked, but wasn't that pretty. If you're ordering a bunch of these, just do be prepared that there are a lot of boxes and a lot of unboxing. Everything was packaged quite well, even if it was a little bit overkill, but nothing was damaged and everything looked good coming out of the box. When I was doing this in the configurator, it asked me, the size that I wanted, the height, width, and then also it let me label it. So I see that this one is my bedroom wide. But first I want to start out with my skinny ones. So I have two skinny bedroom windows, which is this one, and we will give this a shot. So I'll open this up, see this blind, which is this color that I chose, and material. This is something that's really cool. This is a solar panel. So in theory, I won't have to like charge the battery on the blinds, it'll just charge itself. In a different package, this is the Blackout rail. So that's also labeled bedroom skinny. I really hope this works out because now I'm about to uninstall my solution. So this is how I made the side rails. So I had like foam tape, this molding, PVC molding, and then this flat pane, and the shades would fit directly under here. The problem is it's not thick enough and it doesn't have any like other light blocking properties or filters. So it just gets stuck behind it. And it's like, it looks pretty decent, but it's, it's a crude implementation. If you're wondering why I'm doing exterior install as opposed to interior, there's built-in hardware in these windows and it's also an apartment. So I can't mess with any of that. So I'm stuck with having to do the, outside mount and then half it over, which is where the rails come super handy. So let's compare my homemade solution with the foam tape and just the plastic to these aluminum rails with some brush inserts and also built-in adhesive, or you can screw in if you need to. The installation of these was pretty much just like any other blinds. All of the like electronic components are housed within like the underside where the shade is. So the roller of the shade houses the motor. The gap that this mounting leaves between the wall and the back part of the blackout curtain is much slimmer. So I'm really thinking that I'm gonna get less light bleed from above the mounting brackets. So I have the solar panel behind this window now, and I'm routing this cord up into here. All right, I already see now that there's a green light, which is a good sign. And then for as far as this cord goes, I'm thinking I can tuck this where I will never notice it. Put this back on, basically invisible. The solar panel back up there. The wires routing up, and then plugged in there where you can see that green light flashing. This box here tells me that the remote's inside. So the remote's in here. They said it's prepared, so I will just go and bring this over. When I press the up button, it starts to go up. You can hit stop, down, and you can also make groups and adjust the minimum and maximum like heights. So I'm really excited to test this out. I'm going to keep it down so I can install the side rails now. So on the left, this is the Smartwings one, and on the right, that's the one that I kind of did myself. You can see how it's like bleeding in light from the sides there. And here, I can just press this button. This goes down, blocks out a bunch of light. So this is the middle of the day. Here you can see that on the edges of the blinds, the Smartwings solution lets in way less light than my do-it-yourself solution. There is still some light bleed up top and at the bottom. So I have my old do-it-yourself one. I'm just curious if I could like put a block of this underneath and like remove the bottom light bleed. Okay, so that did remove bottom light bleed by a decent amount. I might do that if I were to like totally redo it. I would use some sort of foam tape instead of just plastic PVC molding, but it honestly does work. If I had a better fit here, like just a thin foam piece or insert that I could just slot right back here, that would be ideal. But yeah, that works, and I'll probably keep it for now. Smartwings, if you want to pay a random engineer for his ideas, let me know. So now that I know that this is actually a better solution, it's more convenient, it blocks out more light, it's smart connected so I can have it set on timers and group them. I just have to do it to the rest of my windows now. If you're getting a big set of these like I did, they kind of pack things like grouped into different packages, so unbox everything before you think that you're missing any pieces. That's so cool. So after having these smart blinds for about 2 weeks, there's some things that I really, really love about them. And then there are a few things that I did note that I think could be improved upon. The Matter support in these is amazing because you could set them up with either Apple Home, you could use Google, you could use Amazon Alexa, all that stuff. It works really well, and it's super convenient to have these automatically close when I leave the house and then automatically open if I come back to the house during the day. Also closing automatically at night, and then in my office, opening automatically in the morning. That's amazing. I really don't have to worry about charging because of the solar panels. You can see that when it's blinking green, that means it's currently charging. All of these I've seen blink green before, and they say that a full charge should last you about 6 months. I do wish there were like some way to see the battery percentage, but they said it shouldn't be an issue. If it ever becomes an issue, I'll update in the comments below that there was an issue with those. I do think they could block more light up top. What I might do in the future is just get like a blackout curtain material and lay it on top or tape it to the wall on the top here so it blocks out more light. But other than that, they're of the best light blocking solution that I've tried, and there are a few things that you could do to increase the light blocking capabilities of these. Like I did end up getting 1/4" foam tape to put at the bottom here, and it does help a little bit. I did have one of these blackout rails fall on me using just the adhesive, so I ended up putting a screw in each one of them just at the top, and you can see there's a screw in there. And then the last issue that I've had with them is that these little nubs like that cover the holes where you can screw in, they can actually sometimes interfere with the curtain coming down. Let's see if it'll do it here. So sometimes, you see that? Did you see that, the way that it like knocked it? In rare cases, it'll actually get a little bit stuck on that, and then it'll have an issue with the way that the blind actually comes down. So what I've ended up doing is popping these out. I take scissors and I clip the longest back end of it. So I cut it like this, typically using 2 hands. I take this like just little cap piece here, and then I just put it back. So, I mean, it's not gonna stay as well, but I haven't had a problem with them falling out. And it basically makes it so, you know, it doesn't get clumped and stuck, because it has gotten stuck before when it gets caught on those things. Overall, they are a bit pricey, but I really do like having all of the capabilities that come along with having, you know, blackout curtains that can automatically go up and down, and also have a solar panel so you don't need to charge them all the time. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I do recommend these if they're within your budget. They're running a Black Friday sale, so hopefully you can get a discount. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.